Hey everyone, I just want to give you a quick walkthrough of the Wheel of Fortune game. I have extra numbers at the top and some letters down the side that you can get rid of if you don't want to use it this style. But if you want kids to sign in as the same student so that they can work together in groups and play the game together as a group, then those numbers need to be there. So the first thing that you're going to do is build your phrase. Instead of using the letters in the middle, which are manipulatives, you can use the letters at the bottom. It's a little bit tedious, so you will have to zoom out. And I guess the initial setup is going to take a little bit of time, but once you have the game done, then you can reuse it year to year or semester to semester. So I'm just going to copy and paste the letters from the bottom, and I'm going to bring them kind of up top. I won't bring them all the way up yet. Maybe you want to do one word at a time. I'm going to do a very short word so that this doesn't take forever. Since I teach math, I will use the word math. And then I'll put them in the place that I want them. You can zoom in later and adjust them to make them super duper precise where you want them to go. And then you are going to fill in their position down in the middle portion of the game. So the M in math is B5. And then if there were a couple M's, then you would put all of those positions in here. If you have it showing up more than twice, you'll just have to shrink the font a little bit. And then the A is in B6. So A is in B6. T is in B7. You might be able to organize this a little bit better on paper first and then just fill it in later. And then H should be B8. And that is good. And then you can go ahead and just cover up all of the locations with the manipulatives so the students won't know where the letters are once you do the cover up. These are manipulatives, so they will be able to drag these letters around. And again, this is a little bit tedious, but once you have it set up the first time, you can just copy the setup game and then reuse it as many times as you want to. And then I guess this game would be ready to go, except for maybe you don't want this stuff on the bottom, so you can either cover it up with a graphic or delete that bottom portion. All right, so then up at the top here, I do have a manipulative in the upper left corner, and you are going to copy and paste that and cover up your phrase. Unfortunately, we got to do these one at a time, and you can make it more precise if you want to by zooming in. And then if you don't want that there in your final game, you can just get rid of it, and then we're good to go. So now the kids are ready to play the game. Like I said, they could log in the same account. You can make an account and call it Team 1 or whatever, and they would just all log in to the very same account and all be playing on the same board. All right, so then, so a student's going to spin the spinner. So there's a link to a spinner wheel. This is a YouTube video, but you can download the actual MP4, put it in your Google Drive, and then link to that video instead, and then you won't have these annoying pop-up videos that come up at the bottom. I cannot figure out how to get rid of them, but they are annoying. So the student lands on 700, and then we just close this window out, and then they get to make their guess. So they say, all right, I want, let's see, I want a, we'll do A. So they'll pull the A off to the side, and they will see that, oh, A is at B6 and there is only one A, so they get $700 or 700 points or whatever it is you're doing. I guess I can't type in here, but the students will be able to because that is a fill-in. So they put their score there, and then at B6, they'll just go up here and put their manipulative in the trash. So that's where they can drag those manipulatives to on top of each other as they reveal the phrase on the board. And I guess that's about it. I haven't had my students log in on the same account. I haven't used that hack yet. So I'm sure there are other people in the group that already do this that would be able to explain that better on how you do that. If you don't want to have the students doing this together as like a breakout activity, then you as a teacher can just run the game with them and get rid of all those extra items that are across and down the board if you don't like the way they look. So I hope that explains the process for students that are playing it as a group activity on their own without having to be moderated by you specifically.